Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ. Welcome back to the PC. Welcome back to Dear Isle. So our adventure continues. We explored the prison in the southwest of the island yesterday. So now we're going to kind of head north by northeast. So it's north, so we're kind of going to head this way. Let's have a look at the map and I'll show you. So at the moment we're here. Now up in this area here there's some sort of structure. In fact, I think that's it, Stark's Castle. Yeah, that's it. So we kind of go, north by northeast should get us there. So, well, there's no time like the present, is there? So we kind of want to head off in this direction. We get a bit cold because we're a little bit damp. Let me just check, see how wet we are. Soaked, wet, wet. Let's do a bit of drying off first so we don't use an excessive amount of energy. Where's our jacket? Can we... What the hell did I just do with my jacket? Did I put it in my... Can we wring this out? Let's have a look. Yeah. What happens is when you get very cold, you use an awful lot of energy. In other words, food. So let's get everything wrung out nicely. I did get caught in the rain quite a bit yesterday, so this should help us out. Good evening, Wyatt. Could I get first comment? Yes, well done, sir. And that's probably everything we can wring out. Yeah, we're getting a little bit warmer now. No, put it on. No, put it on. Hello? I didn't know you could do that. I've never done that before. How did I do that? How do you look at something that close? I can't do it now. Should we click and zoom do or something? I'm going to have to learn how to do that. I've got no idea how I just zoomed in on that thing to look at it closely. Right, you put your hat on so you get warm. Let's get our compass out again and let us... What's going on? Am I still on the island? I'm a little bit confused. We came out of the prison. I didn't think we'd gone far. I don't understand what this... Why I can see water. Alright, okay, so it's a little inlet. Excuse me. Okay, unless last night I didn't get off the island from the prison. That must have been. I must have never got to the edge of the. I thought I did. I thought I came across the river. I guess I didn't. Why did I pick that? I don't want rubber slugs, do I? Jason Robertson said, been looking at Shadow PC, has been watching your videos on it, so I was going to subscribe to Shadow PC, but not be ready until September 21. Is it that long now? My God. Yeah, it was... I'm sure it was 4 months when I subscribed. The thing I'd say, Jason, is when you subscribe, you just pay the first month, like 12 quid. And if you look round, you'll be able to find some sort of offer. So you'll probably get it for about 10, 12 pounds, something like that. And you don't pay again until you get your right. So that's the prison there, right? So I never made it off the prison, so that's cool. You don't pay again until you actually get your shadow. So I would say, if you're thinking about it, put the money down now, the £12 or £15, and then forget about it. And then what will happen? Maybe they'll get ahead of schedule. Maybe they'll release a load of new shadows ahead of schedule, and maybe you'll get it early. If not, you get it in September, and at that point, you could then cancel it if you wanted to check it out. But get your name down, get in that queue, because honestly, it is absolutely worth it. I mean, I'm playing DayZ at. Let's have a look. Video. See, I could whack all these up. These should be up at high. High texture detail. We don't need extreme. We could have that as high. Don't know what that does. Ambient occlusion. I don't know. So I'm playing DayZ at pretty high settings. Well, high settings on my crappy old 7-year-old laptop that couldn't play DayZ to save its life, couldn't play noughts and crosses to save its life. So I am very, very pleased, and the lag is, I don't know, it's very, very low. That's all I can say, really. I don't really feel it. I can flick the mouse around and it seems to work very, very well. So I'd say definitely, get in the queue and check it out. I mean, I've thought since getting the Shadow, I'm probably not going to bother getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. I'm just not going to bother. Why spend that sort of 300, 400 quid when you can, for 18 pounds a month, you can have a gaming PC that will be upgraded. You don't have to pay to upgrade it. They'll upgrade them, with better graphics cards, better CPUs, all that sort of stuff. It's very, very impressive indeed. The only catch, and this is quite a big catch, is you're playing PC games. So it's a question of whether you can make the transition to mouse and keyboard from console. And it's not as comfortable to play PC games, I don't think. I think there's a big argument for console games being nice and easy to play. It's a great environment, and they're very user-friendly, where PC games aren't that. But if you're into DayZ, for example, then it's Deer Isle. We're playing Deer Isle. Opposed bot boot 00053 says, can you do a video on how to add green attachments, since you already did a video on the green weapons? Did I not do one? I'll add it to the list. Jason says, cheers Rob, I don't mind playing PC games, I think I'll do it. So yeah, put the money down and then forget about it. That's basically what I did. And then when mine failed, I think I put the reserve down on mine in September, and I got the email in December saying, right, we've turned it on, and I was like, wow, here we go. And I've been incredibly impressed with it ever since. I think it's absolutely amazing what they do. The only catch with them, I think, is that the standard memory you get, the standard hard drive space, is way too small. It's 256 gigabytes, and you can expand it to, it's $2.99 for each 256 gigabytes. But so I've added another 256, so that gives me, I've got 512 gigabytes, which still isn't much. You know, that's like a base PlayStation 4 or a base Xbox One. Look at that. This is the castle we're going to go and have a look at today. And that's too low. I think they should, as a minimum, they should give you a terabyte hard drive. But no, let's see. Let's see. Right, so I can hear some deer as well. It's another beautiful day on Deer Isle. That sunshine. This looks like a very impressive castle indeed. I wonder what we'll find up here. We're looking for secrets. That's what we're looking for. You know, we're looking for Easter eggs. And I guess at some point I may well have to search the Google to find out where they are. But we're going to have a good hunt round Deer Isle over the next few days and few weeks first. I think we've got a stag. This is nice, isn't it? Nice gorge. I reckon there'd be zombies in it. Is it possible to get green attachments on guns on console? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. If you do a search opposed boot 53 in Google for a term like DayZ class dump, okay, complete, so DayZ complete class dump. How do we get into this castle? I reckon follow this road round. There's a few GitHub repositories and lists out there that have a list of all the weapon names and all the attachment names, and you'll find the attachment names for, you know, green AK buttstock. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've done a video recently about how to do that. I did a video on... yeah, I did an updated video. Yeah, right, cool. Right, I've definitely done an updated video. In fact, tell you what. Hang for a second. Just bear with me. Internet's going a little bit slowly. Okay, so in that, that's the link to the video about coloured weapons, but the attachments are coloured weapon attachments as well. I'm pretty sure in that video, because I updated it so that it included coloured weapon attachments as well. And I think there's a link to... In fact, is there... Let me have another look. Yeah, so at the top of the description in the video, there's a link to my GitHub, which is DayZ coloured weapon variants. And if you go in and you look at the code in the what is it? It's the config spawnable types.xml, and you go to the weapons. It has, pretty sure it has the green attachments on. Could be wrong though. It's a while since I did it. Choppy, it sounds me or you a little static. I hear it too. Yeah. It's. Let me see if I can prove it. Unfortunately, it's the way that I have to stream using this Shadow Gaming PC. The Shadow Cloud Gaming PC is brilliant at everything, apart from audio streaming. But I don't think it's a fault of the Shadow. I think it's a fault of the USB bandwidth on my old laptop. I don't think it can handle the bandwidth, and so it makes the audio go crackly. So I do apologise for the lack of quality. Yeah, it does tend to come and go. It's to do with, I think my laptop's only got one USB controller, so everything goes through it. My internet goes through the USB, mic, mouse, that sort of stuff. So you end up with this bottleneck. This is quite a cool castle, isn't it? It's better than Devil's Castle. Ooh, we had a bit of lag there, didn't we? Dyndas says it's not too bad. I can still understand what you say. Jason says subscribe to Shadow PC. Fingers crossed. Get before. Yes, absolutely. I mean, remember as well. It's good that they are taking their time and not rushing too much. Because the last thing we want them to do is to get overfaced, overstretched, and then go bust. Chlorine tablets. Pretty sure I've got plenty of those. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got chlorine tablets. Here we have. Am I full, am I? Am I absolutely full? No, I've got loads of space going on. Something odd's going on. What a view. I can hear the deer. I can't see them. No worry. No bother. Whoa. Ooh. You could be so careful you don't break your legs now, haven't you? There's got to be zombies in there. Composed Boot says, I did everything you did perfectly and I got green guns but not the attachments. I've been trying to come together these streams the only way I can. Alright. Well, I can't remember, mate. I'm pretty sure that in that video I updated it so that they should spawn in with attachments. Coloured attachments. Dr. Alex says, all green, black camo attachments are in the types file. Just copy them over to the guns you want to spawn. These attachments in the CFG spawnable types. Yeah. Yeah, so what Dr. Alex is saying is right. So you need to add the green, black weapons and the camo weapons like the SKS and the Mosin. You've got to add those. Ooh, look at that. That's cool, isn't it? You've got to add them to your spawnable type. So you have to make the green M4, for example, a spawnable type. And then the easiest way to do that is by copying the black M4 and substitute the black the normal M4, sorry, for the the normal M4 for the black M4. And then I'm not sure if I don't know if they are in the types or not. And then, but as I say, if you get a class stamp of all the different names, you can then add like the black buttstock or the green buttstock, the green grip, all that sort of stuff. What we really need them to do is to bring back the. Wow, look at this view. Bring back the spray cans so you can just spray paint them yourself. Very cool. This is. I get the feeling this is Broken Leg City here, isn't it? Oh, God, I feel a bit ill. Let's get down off this height. You saying my gun wasn't loaded? What does F mean on the Tundra? F4. Oh, you're right, it wasn't. All I did to get black and green Tundras, I add them to my server, I copy what you did, and the types they spawned it, but I can't figure out to spawn just attachments. Oh, right. Oh, you can't figure out how to spawn just attachments. I see what you mean. So you mean the attachments by themselves. Right, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so you would have to add them into your types file if you want. So if you want, for example, the green buttstock to spawn on the ground, if they're not there already, so you'd look in the types, look for M4, see if there's the M4 green buttstock or whatever, something like that. And then you want to make sure that it's got a usage name, so military weapon, I think it is, isn't it? And make sure it's got a category as well. So it should say something like weapon. Is it? I think they come under weapons and military. But the easiest way is to copy another type. So find the green buttstock and copy the same details from the ordinary M4 buttstock. You know, so it'd be like tier 3, tier 4 military weapon category. You know, that sort of thing. And then that would then it would become an item that spawns into the world by itself. It could be that they are in the types file, because I honestly can't remember. And if they are, that's probably what they need adding on. You'll need to add a nominal, so at nominal of say 10, add a minimum of say 8, and then you need a usage category and a location tag as well. But as I say, for that, just copy the ones from the other ones. That's the easiest way to do it. Thank you for Dynadash. Thank you for telling me about the nun in the chamber. That was this is a big old castle, isn't it? Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Not much here though. Ooh. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Question is, where do we go next? Okay, so there is a military airfield north of us. So I think that's where we head. So is there a way down? Ooh. Don't like the look of that. That definitely does not look safe. Right, so get attachments, speed to spawn. I get the name and copy the other names, but I do want to do the conf CFG2 or just the types. It's just, if it's just the attachments, it's just the types. Hit the like, y'all, says Blackbeard. Blackbeard, thank you for joining the stream. Diana, they're spawning in types. If you add it there, will spawn. Yeah, that's exactly right. Spawnable types is just for things that spawn. Things that spawn in with something else. You know, like weapons that spawn in with attachments on. If you want them to spawn in with attachments on them. Right, so we want to be heading north now. Or, for example, things like the cars, because cars spawn in with stuff in the boot, and they spawn in with attachments, don't they? Like tyres and car batteries and things. Opposed Boot says, okay, because I've done Mace's camo net shelters refrigerators, but I haven't seen them. Yeah, it's what are you on, Opposed Boost? Are you on console, are you? Right, okay, yeah. What you have to remember is it's very difficult to find stuff in DayZ unless there's lots of them. And if you put lots of something onto your server, you can break the server. You know? So it can take a lot of testing to find stuff. So, for example, you said you've added refrigerators. So how many refrigerators have you added? Because unless there's like 50 of them, it's very difficult to find them. Because, you know, the random nature of, well, how big Churnerus or Livonia is, and the chances of you actually finding one. But do you want 50 refrigerators on your server, that sort of stuff? So then you're faced with this situation where, okay, well, do you put 50 refrigerators in so that you can find them, and then reduce the number? But who's to say they're still there? What you've kind of got to do is do a number of small changes and then do a lot of play testing. You know, get out there with the people on your server and just say, have you seen these? And you'd be surprised, as soon as you get sort of 3 or 4 people on a server looking out for those refrigerators, they'll find them. You know, as long as you tell them where they are. And also remember, with things like refrigerators, have you put a usage category and have you put a location category? They're the two things that people forget the most. You know. So does it say something like container and village in the types.xml description for the refrigerator. Have you got a nominal, and have you got a maximum? Is it no, minimum? Sorry. It also takes time. It also takes time for things to spawn, and it does. A post one says 180. So is that 180 refrigerators? Because that's a lot of refrigerators. Dr. Alex says they're in the types file. If you want them, green camera, black exception, spawn on the ground, add them to the loot economy by setting the nominal value to any number but 0. Yeah, but I think you've got to make sure they've got a usage and a location tag as well. I copy the usage of clothing, so they should spawn on the ground. Right, okay. That's a lot of. You don't need that many refrigerators. Turn it down. Turn it down to like 30 or something. Because if you've done that with lots of other stuff, you'll break the economy on your server and it will stop working. Also remember, things only spawn in and out on your server when people are on the server. When people log off, it goes to sleep and the central loot economy stops working. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, trust me, my friend. When we have an update to DayZ and I redo my XML files, I spend a week playtesting, like every night with lots of other people as well on my servers, making sure that stuff works. Spend a week. And even then, after a week, often you can't find everything and you don't know whether it really worked or not. And you've got to wait for the server to be live. I think when you do mods, XML mods, and you're searching, one of the things you should really be looking at is whether the basics of the server work. So, do zombies spawn in? Is normal stuff that you'd expect to spawn in spawning in? So are there clothes on the floor? Are there zombies wandering around? Are there animals spawning in? Is stuff spawning in? With stuff on it, if it's meant to. So do weapons spawn in sometimes with magazines? Do cars have bits on them? So you're not seeing car carcasses with nothing on them at all. And then if those things are working, and like zombies have stuff on them, do zombies have food in their backpacks? And if that stuff is working, then chances are the other stuff you've done is working too. Wow, look at this airfield. Look at this. How do we get in? There's a break in the fence. Dr. says usage is telling the type at which location should spawn. Military, city, industrial. Exactly. Opposed boot says, I think I did break it though, because I did 0.1 and 0.2 on the CFG file and it didn't work. Also I did it for cars. I think my files are broken. 1 for everything for cars and they always miss a tyre. Okay. Yeah, I mean, go back and start again. Or if you go to my GitHub repository, so if you just search for Scale Speeder GitHub, there are the DayZ 1.10 compatible files. Hunting, fishing, surviving, I think I called them. And they're a good place to start because they'll give you a small boost in loot, so nails, food, that sort of stuff. But it also gives you... Here we go, we got zombies. But it also gives you vehicles full of loot. So cars with hunting stuff in, cars with fishing stuff in, cars with farming stuff in, Aiders with building stuff in, and the big 3 M3S trucks with loads of building stuff in. And I mean loads. Enough to start a sizable base. And they work, we've tested them. They work. And I think if you've got a server with people on it, and it has like, I think I put the coloured weapons in it. I can't quite remember now. But most people would be fairly happy to play DayZ like that with the. Ooh. Red Dad says, hey-oh, anyone know how to make deer spawn in towns outside of just swapping the territory names? Yeah, you'd have to go into the deer territories file and change the coordinates. Trying to make a server with no zombies. Okay, well, no zombies is easy. Just go to your globals, look for the zombie count and turn it to 0. And then, yeah. Don has a video on that. He does, yeah. Do you really want animals in town, though? How bad is your bottleneck? Well, that's what you can hear with the crackling on the audio. Right, what have we got? Not a lot. Ooh, look, there's a C-130. Oh, two C-130s. Very nice. Anything inside? Oh. Marge says, now for your PC, the 1080 with the Xeon. I don't really know what you're talking about, I'm afraid, Marginal. Pose Boot says, well, thanks for the help, Scale. If you ever make a video on the green attachments, I'll definitely watch it. Haha. Not like I haven't seen your videos hundreds of times. Haha. Okay, I'll add it to the list. Marginal says, also, Scale, your videos helped me make a server on Xbox with over 80 people active. Well done. Now on PC. That is fantastic. Red Dad says, Don Sibley, use Scale's videos to get almost there. Just can't get deer to spawn in new areas. New Guy Studio says, is the private PvE server on PS4 still up? If so, I'm off to Patreon. Yes, it is. So if you join the Patreon and then join the Discord, that's very important. You have to come over to the Scale Speeder Gamer Discord and say hello and say you're a Patreon and need the details for the server. Then I ask you a few questions just to confirm you're over 18 or 18 or over, and you've read the rules, the PvE rules, and then I get you set up. Just remember, I'm on UK time and oh look. Look at this. Oh, oh, oh. I got stuck. Press the wrong button. I was really lucky then. I pressed the wrong button on my computer. Look at this. It's a Focke-Wulf 190. what is this doing here? Alright. Oh, we can go through it. That's cool. So we found one of the Easter eggs, I guess, of Deer Isle. The Focke-Wulf 190. The Marge says, this guy, by the way, fellas, he's one of the most genuine YouTubers I know. Oh, thank you very much, Marginal. You guys use his 1 hour difference, Netherlands time. Rad Dad says, where can I get a link to the Patreon and whatnot? Love the content. The Marginal says, I'm in the Pacific in the US. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but it's 2:39 PM here. But Scale, would you mind me promoting your videos in the credits on the server I'm about to make? Promote away, dude. It's fine. So, Rad Dad, to get a link to the Patreon, if you go to, not this video that you're watching now, but go to my channel and go to a DayZ video, doesn't matter really which one, and in the description down below, there'll be a link to the Patreon that you can go and see. And as I say, I can't do anything until I finish streaming, and it may well be tomorrow before I can do anything. But join the Patreon, read all the rules, and go to the Discord, and then make sure you say hello on the Discord in the general chat, and say, you've become a patron and need details how to join, and that means that I know who you are then. Right. Oh, that was very, very cool. Focke-Wulf 190 on Deer Isle. I guess it was probably, the idea with Deer Isle is actually in America, even though, ooh, got a bit of lag. I guess a rich flying enthusiast could own it, couldn't they? Air traffic control tower. What we should do? Should we have some of this dried venison? It's not rotten, is it? No, it's just dried. There's another one. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. F1. Cool. Nice. The modder says, I do modding work on armor. I should figure out how to make maps on DayZ, and I'll make one of my home state. My state is Idaho. It's a high-level forest area, but it could be a good DayZ map. Excellent idea. Stuka. No, that's a this is Focke-Wulf 190. Rotary engine, you see. Very, very fast. Stuka has the gull wings on it. Right, so that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Very nice. And just remember, Deer Isle has been created by one person. So let's have a look at the map and just kind of think about where we're going to go next. So we're at the airfield here. feel like we should just head north. Yeah, I feel like we should just head north, see if we discover anything, and then we'll start heading into this kind of there's a wilderness part of Deer Isle here where there's no towns, and we'll just be hunting and fishing to stay alive. And I think the secret military base is up there as well, I think. So north, that way. How's my character doing? Let's have a look. How's our clothes? Pristine, worn, wet. So we're doing alright, Cliff fishing, Sturzkampfbomber. Marginal. Yeah, to Armour. Armour is a game I have installed on my PC. Armour 3. I've got Armour 2 installed as well, so I can play DayZ mod. So I'll be streaming DayZ mod in the next few weeks. I can never figure Armour out, man. Maybe you can explain it to me. Honestly, I have real trouble with Armour. I know it's an amazing game. I watch videos and I think it looks like amazing, and then I play it and I'm like, this is so hard. Trying to play, but I try and play the are they called experiences or something? The showcases, and I can't get past about 5 minutes, and the AI shoot me even when I have it set on easy. This radio tower. Look at that bad boy. That is so cool. Got the graffiti on the sides. Armour is armour. Yeah, I can't figure it out though. Is it a game you have to play in modded form? You know, do you have to play it with friends? You know, doing a role play or something? I guess because I look at it and I think, oh, it's like Battlefield, and then I play it and I'm like, no, this isn't like Battlefield at all. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to head north. Probably for about another... See if we can reach the... Well, I don't know. Let's just see what we bump into. We're just going to go cross country. If we see anything interesting, we'll go and investigate. This is blasphemy, lol. So it's cliff fishing. It may well be, my friend, it may well be. There's a lot of trees on there. A stark contrast to Namalsk, which we were playing last week. Problem is with this dense foliage, I don't think we'd see anything even if it was 20 metres away anyway. We'd run straight past it. But I kind of think Benny would have, the guy behind Iran, he'd have hidden stuff in the north, wouldn't he? Do you think he would have hidden it in the wilderness? cliff up ahead. What could this be? Have to make our way around it. Which we did. We orientate ourselves. Got some road here nearby. Problem with doing this and going cross country is that it's very easy to lose. I mean, I know which bearing I'm on, you know, I'm heading north, but you lose kind of where you are on the map. So we've got some high ground ahead of us though. Maybe we'll see some landmarks from up here. More trees. Hope everybody's looking forward to the weekend. A mere day away. Nice view across the valley. Right, is that the sea we can see? Let's get really high, let's get to the highest point. I'm kind of off track a bit, aren't I? Look at that view. This is what's amazing about DayZ, isn't it? Look at the sheer view we have. And you know you can go anywhere. Anywhere that I can look, I can go. I can explore. Have adventures. Survive. Kill. Help. Hunt. Build. Burn. Woo, this is a bit steep. can I see here? God, look at these trees. You could definitely get... Ooh, that was dangerous. You could definitely get lost in this map, couldn't you? You know, in terms of building a base in the middle of nowhere. Very good. Be interesting to play this on a PvP server, or you know, just an ordinary, if you could call Deer Isle vanilla experience where people are killing each other. Alright, I tell you what, let's go this way. I can see cranes in the distance. What way is this? So this is right. We're heading east. So if we head east, we can still hit the coast, and then make our way up the coast, up the east coast of this area. In fact, let's just have a quick look at the map. So I reckon I'm somewhere in this area here. So if I head east, I'm going to end up, excuse me, somewhere around this area. Maybe Sandy Bay, maybe something like that. And we can just follow this coastline round until you end up in this area here. So this is the wilderness here, and then what you've got over here, this island here, this is all ice and snow. This, so I guess there's secrets up there, but whew, you know, that's a long swim. That is a long swim across to there, Mount Katahdin. I think that's where the secret army base is there. We've also got the temple to find. What do you reckon that complex is there? Could be something, couldn't it? Just want to check on my shoes. Just damp. It's good. What have we got here? I don't know really why I guess bandages is becoming useful if we find some bandages. Yeah, see, I don't really need anything. I've got loads of food. But the only thing I would probably want is a shotgun. Not a car door. More food. Not really zombies. Which is unusual, isn't it? Normally you'd expect to see a lot more zombies. Maybe that's one of the differences with Deer Isle, you know? Benny hasn't jammed it full of zombies because, you know, one of my criticisms of the mouse was I thought there was too many zombies. Alright, there we go, zombie down there. Okay, well that was just like a little town. I think perhaps we'll probably call it a day for tonight. I've had a long hard day at work and we've been streaming for about an hour and it's been a pleasure as ever to have everybody along. Hope we've answered a few questions, maybe whetted a few appetites for things like Shadow Cloud Gaming PC and Deer Isle. Of course I will be back over the next couple of days playing more DayZ Deer Isle. I'll be hard at work over the next few days making some DayZ videos as well. But there we go. Thanks for everybody for coming along tonight. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will, of course, see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Good night.